David, we know that CSA is only a third implemented, and what do you think the next phase of CSA is going to be? We know that we're a third into CSA, but as we look into the future, what do you think CSA is going to do?
We don't have to look very far. Just this morning, Gunther's Transport was taken out of business, literally, cease and desist. Not to mention the fact that some driver was probably driving a truck at the time that order was issued, and someone's product was probably on the trailer of that carrier that just got taken out of business. And so FMCSA is determined to try to protect the public from imminent hazard from a carrier who continues to repeat violations after he or she's been told to stop doing that. So, in my opinion, the phase 2 has begun to take its course. The warning letters had gone out. We've warned you, and we've warned you. Now, at the end of the day, Ken, it does not matter how much state enforcement's out there and how many people FMCSA has. What matters is the public's opinion that will drive the policy. So do I want to conduct my brand, associate my brand with that carrier and conduct business with that carrier who continues to tell me it's okay? Knowing now it's not okay. Because if I have a driver who's in one of my tractors pulling someone's product and FMCSA comes in my door and takes away my operating authority, it's a L trucking on steroids. Now you have totally shut down that driver's livelihood. You have totally stopped someone's product in transit because that owner refused to obey the law.
There were, in that intimate hazard and that cease to operate order, that carrier had been stopped numerous times for the same violations over and over and over, and sooner or later it was going to catch up with that, and there's other carriers out there that the same thing is going to happen, and that's the second part of CSA.
That's correct, and the biggest impact this is going to have, that what happened this morning, was insurance underwriters. Right now, there is no law that says I cannot and will not write you. I can rate you higher, but it doesn't mean I won't write you at all. Now, every underwriter in America is going to be looking at this saying, whoa, because that carrier had insurance at the time they were seized and desist. So, again, it's who is attaching their name or their brand, including our company, with a carrier who either refuses to obey the law, who's gambling and betting on our business, betting on the driver's family, and betting on the shipper of commerce. So to me, CSA, again, is beginning its second phase to start taking hold. Before it even became a year old, we've got one carrier now that's been taken out. Now, this is prior to CSA. This has been building since 1995. But just the point I'm trying to make, Ken, is when you were with the DPS for 38 years, you saw this over and over and over again where you had limited authority to literally pull the truck out of service. You could pull out of service, but you had the criteria you had to go by, knowing the courts had to uphold the action you were taking on the carrier.
Exactly right.
But at the end of the day, public opinion always drives public policy. And that is the biggest threat of CSA. It's not enforcement.
Right.
Enforcement's there, but it's more about who I'm conducting business with in phase 2. Phase 3 is going to be the regulation. Whenever the phase 3 finally comes out, that's going to be the actual regulation that'll take care of itself from an unfit category. But between now and then, Ken, it's going to be who and how I decide to conduct business with a carrier with high basics.
Exactly right.